Hi guys, it's Benny here from Live Fit Performance Coaching, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to burn 1 kilos of body fat every single week. So firstly, we need to understand how many calories is actually in 1 kilo of physical body fat. And we can see the comparison here between an actual kilo of body fat and what that looks like versus 1 kilo of lean muscle mass. So first thing to understand, in 1 kilo of fat, there's actually 7,700 calories. So that's a lot of calories, just firstly to understand. And also, fat occupies more than 60% of the space that muscle does. So, muscle is much more dense and takes up a lot less space than fat. And that's just a key thing that I want you to know before we move on. So, to burn 1 kilos of fat per week, we actually need to burn an extra 1,100 calories per day. So, that's the 7,700 divided by 7 over the 7 days. So, that gives us 1,100 calories every day. Now, it's important to understand that to burn fat, we must be in a caloric deficit. And this can either be done by restricting calories or increasing activity. Now, often, many people restrict calories, but that often destroys their metabolism in the same process. The other way, some people are training so much, but they're never restricting their calories. So, the best way is a combination of both that helps re engage your metabolism and teaches your body how to burn energy more efficiently. So let's actually work this out so it makes sense. So every day your body burns X amount of calories for internal functions such as breathing, thinking, your heartbeat, digestion, and respiration. That's just to name a few things. So we actually call this our BMR, our basal metabolic rate. So for an average female, let's call her Sally. That's 165 centimeters tall, 65 kilos, and 40 years of age. Her BMR is approximately 1,400 calories every day. So that's the amount of energy her body's going to burn just from doing all those things that I mentioned above. So for Sally to lose 1 kilo of fat per week, her total daily expenditure needs to actually be 2,500 calories. So that's her expenditure. So that's including her BMR and then also including the amount of training that she does to burn off that extra energy. So how do we track expenditure? Well, we can do it the old way and roughly estimate, and that's why a lot of people have up and down weight loss results. But these days, we have amazing exercise trackers, and they're so worth the investment. So here we have a copy of the Fitbit, the Garmin, and the Apple Watch. These are all really accurate. They track your activity, and they're going to be able to teach you exactly how much energy you're burning every day. So you can take all the guesswork out of it and you can hit that 1,100 calorie target every single day. So the formula for 1 kilos of fat loss per week is step one, you've got to know your basal metabolic rate. Now you can do that online and do a BMR test to work out exactly how much energy you're burning each day at rest. Step two is you've got to eat the same amount of calories as your BMR. This is key. So for example, for Sally, her BMR is 1,400 calories, so we're going to get her to eat 1,400 calories. That's maximizing her caloric potential, and preferably with the same amount of macronutrient ratios of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. You don't just want to be having all carbs one day and then low carb the next day and high fat another day. You want to try and become predictable so your body can get into that consistent, efficient fat burning zone. Now, 1,400 calories for the average female can seem like a lot of energy because many of those people specifically have been trained to be on calorie restrictive diets. The thing is, though, they've never been doing the exercise to balance that out. And a lot of those diets, you're under eating your BMR. So what you're doing is you're actually shrinking your metabolism. And that's why you don't get the sustainable fat loss. You need a fast metabolism to maintain the result. So step three, you got to burn off at least 1,100 calories each day through a mixture of cardio and strength training. And you also have to remember that strength training will give you an extra afterburn effect. So this is why strength training is the missing ingredient for most people, because when you do a strength training workout, you're putting your muscles through load and your muscles have to go and repair. So you get an afterburner effect through muscle recovery. And that will, after a session that kind of lasts about 45 minutes and will burn approximately 400 calories, you're actually going to burn double, perhaps even triple the amount of calories, depending on the intensity of the muscular fatigue that you put your body through. Now, we just don't see that that's what's happening. So imagine you do your workout, and then for the next 2 days, your body is repairing your muscle tissue. It's sending amino acids, it's sending protein to repair the muscle. That costs your body energy. That's just like driving the car. It's using fuel to do that. So these are the internal processes that's actually helping us get leaner and burn fat. And the second thing that why strength training is so important is that we increase our lean muscle mass, which increases our daily energy requirements and increases our BMR. So let me repeat that. If we have more muscle, we burn more energy, and that means that we burn fat faster. So don't be afraid, because muscle is more dense than fat. You saw that in the picture at the start. And that's why the scales say you're actually heavier, but your clothes fit you better. So for any females or males out there that you're seeing the weight not change in the scales, but your clothes are fitting better, you're putting on muscle, and that's a great thing. So I hope that makes sense, and that kind of eliminates some of the guesswork around how to actually sustainably lose this 1 kilo of fat per week, because that's the kind of number that people float around. Now that's a serious goal. You need to be working very hard and being very consistent on your nutrition to achieve this. So perhaps if that's too much, set 0.5 of a kilo or 0.8 of a kilo per week as the goal, and you can adjust your caloric goals and activity requirements accordingly to hit that goal. You don't actually have to hit 1100. If you want to halve it, you can just hit your 600 or 550 a day and just chip away. If you're looking to lose 10 kilos, you can still achieve that. You don't have to do it in 10 weeks. You can do it in 20 weeks, just lose half a kilo a week. All right. So if that makes sense and you're currently lacking direction and you need some structure and you'd like some help or you want more information, send me an email at ben@livefit.com.au, and I'll be more than happy to help you out with a program or some nutritional process, and I'll help you get some amazing results. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.